Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andreea-Elena Fotă, and I will try to give you an overview, a global overview about this study, which was performed with my colleagues, Manuel Expósito-Langa and José-Vicente Tomás-Miquel. We all belong to Polytechnical University of Valencia, Alcoy campus. The presentation is divided in all these parts, but I will try to be brief and clear. And it attempts to provide a global overview of the study conducted. First of all, I would like to highlight that this work addresses three elements that consistently contribute to improving the competitiveness of companies. And these three elements are relational competence, innovation, and relationship portfolio. The study of interfirms relationships continues to be a topic of interest in the literature of strategic management, and different works have emphasized the importance of these relationships as an external source of beneficial resources for the innovation process and the improvement of the company's performance. Because of the absence of the studies, because of the absence of studies that link these three variables, we have proposed an integrative model which pursues, on the one hand, to analyze the influence of the relationship portfolio on the innovation, and to study the mediating role of the relational competence on the link aforementioned. Anyway, the theoretical framework was constructed around three variables. First of all, it was innovation. As you probably know, innovation has been widely studied along the literature, and it is recognized for its value creation, sustainable competitive advantages, and business success. We considered for this study these four types of innovation, and following the Oslo manual, we considered to join product and process innovation in one construct. Then we have the relationship portfolio, which refers to the links that the company has, the connection with other companies in the environment studied, okay? And in the business realm, portfolio relationships, it's related to several theories which emphasize the strategic nature of interfirm relationships. And finally, we have the relation competence, which is defined as the ability of a company to effectively generate, develop, and manage both its individual relationships and the network of its relationships. After revising the literature on this concept, this relation competence should be considered a strategic resource of the company to access resources in a network context. To study the relationships between the variables discussed, we proposed this model that captures both the direct link between relational portfolio and the three types of innovation, but also it captures the mediating role of relational competence. And we have proposed this hypothesis, which refers to the direct and the mediating role of relational competence. The study has been carried out in the wine region of Alicante, more specifically among the group of wineries affiliated with the PDO Alicante. The image shows the production areas with PDO Alicante, and in this image you have some some data about the current situation of the PDO, of this PDO. Okay. So the population of our study is formed by the 45 wineries from PDO Alicante. We used the questionnaire and the interview to gather the information. We also used some database like SABI and INE, which is the national statistical database of Spain. We had a response rate of 100%, and we applied PLS-SEM analysis. And the table contains the variables, the numbers of items of each one, and the source of the scales. So the model evaluation was conducted in several phases following these structures, and once all these aspects were assessed, it was possible to conclude whether the hypotheses were accepted or rejected. Here for the relational portfolio, we created a knowledge network in order to check the links that every winery has within the network formed by the 45 wineries. Each node symbolizes a winery, and each arrow represents a transmission of knowledge from one winery as source to another winery as destination. Structurally, the network has a density of 6%, and on average, each winery has 2.65 links, 62 links per node. We evaluated the quality of the overall model fit with these indicators, and the values obtained show that the model has a good fit and it can be not rejected. So we followed with our analysis. About the measurement model, I brought you this table which resumes all the values, and this table shows that the model presents satisfactory results in terms of convergent validity, reliability, and discriminant validity. Regarding the structural model, we checked all the previous pieces that I showed you before, and the results show that the values obtained for the direct relationships, which are in this table, are the path coefficients, are positive. So these align in sign with the hypothesis. Then, if we look at the 95% confidence interval, the bold ones, we could see that those intervals don't contain the value 0. So the direct connections are significant. And with this, the three first hypotheses are confirmed. Anyway, this situation is not valid for the control variables like age and size, as the interval of confidence contains the value 0. Continue with the structural model. We checked the predictive quality of the model, and the values show that relational competence has a medium level of influence on the innovation. As you can see, the bold values in the central table. And finally, we checked on the mediation effect, which was one of our objectives. And we first saw that the 95 confidence interval, no interval of confidence contained the value 0, which is good for our model. This means that both direct and indirect effects are significant. So this indicates that the relational competence partially mediates the relationship between relational portfolio and innovation, the three types of innovation we included in our model. Therefore, hypotheses 4, 5, and 6 are confirmed. And I would like to say that this partial mediation is also complementary, because the values of the direct and the indirect effect are positive, and the product of both of them is also positive. That's why we say that it's complementary. And this complementary partial mediation implies that the portfolio relationship positive influences in a positive way on the innovation, and also affects relational competence, which in turn contributes to improvement of innovation. Here you have a summary with the results. And these results have allowed us to confirm all the proposed hypotheses. And regarding the control variables, no influence was observed that could affect the studied relationships. Well, as conclusions of this study, I would like to highlight that the company's relationship with peers benefits its innovation, which is something obvious, but managing the relationship portfolio through relational competence, which is the mediating variable in our model, improves the company's innovation. So it is important to be connected with other companies, but it's more important to know how to manage those relationships in the long term in order to obtain better results in innovation. As a contribution, this study has combined into a single model 3 concepts that haven't been combined before, which reduces the gap in the literature and extended the research about them. And it also offered a better understanding of the relationship among the wineries of the PDO Alicante and the mediating effect of relational competence. This work has also permitted to come up with some recommendation, and first, for decision-making managers, must be aware of the cultural shift toward collaborative networking and of its benefits and challenges. They should evaluate the relation competence of their companies and dedicate effort and resources to develop it and reach a consistent management of relationship portfolio. On the other hand, for regional policymakers, these figures should generate forums and spaces for collaboration to create synergies among wineries. They should also establish mentoring programs between wineries and create collaborative platforms, both digital and physical. As limitation, we first highlight the cross-sectional nature, and it included only wineries from the PDO Alicante and the interactions among them. So to address these limitations, it would be of interest to develop a dynamic analysis to study the changing in the knowledge network over time and its effect on the results. It also would be attractive to extend the study to other PDOs, to make comparison between them, and even include other agents of the sector. And thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions.
Thank you very much for your presentation. We were thinking about if you have already published that research paper, so we can read it, or is it in process?
It's in progress.
Okay, because we are really interested in the network analysis that you have developed. Probably during the lunch we will ask you some questions. But apart from that, congratulations. And do you have any questions? If not, Cristina Ferraboli will be the next one with her research, Women